What's up, y'all? So we're here with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the subconscious retaliation. Now, what is the subconscious retaliation? The subconscious retaliation is when you try to implement a new program, but the old program is trying to destroy that new program because the old program is comfortable. The old program is comfortable where it's at. It likes its throne. It likes sitting there. It likes, not doing anything. It likes being, lazy and, not trying and, doing things the easy way. It likes that because it's comfortable. It doesn't like pain. It likes pleasure. So the subconscious mind is going to do everything it can to destroy that new programming. No matter what you do, it's going to try to destroy that new program. Now, this is why it's important to continuously do new things, because this is the only way you can destroy that old programming and create a new program, is when you persist in doing something outside of your comfort zone. That feeling of discomfort, that feeling of what am I doing, of not knowing, of the unknown, is the reprogramming of your mind, is the hardware of the reprogramming of the mind. And you want to continuously do this, because the more you do it, the more the old subconscious mind fades. The more density the new programming has. You want the old programming to become, transparent, disappear. You want to, honor it for what it has done in your life, but at the same time, you want to get rid of it. You want to, not be that anymore. So in order to not be that anymore, you have to put in the work. You have to say your affirmations. You have to work on your craft. You have to do the meditations. You have to do that new thing that you've always been wanting to do. You have to try that new food. You have to go to that new place in order to decrease the attention of the old mind. Because the moment you don't, the old mind will come back and combat you with different scenarios and even different people. While you're trying to create a new world, the subconscious mind will try to keep you stuck in the old world by having you interact with people of the old mindset on that same frequency your mind was at, that the same frequency your mind was radiating on. It will try to bring that back because it's comfortable, and it senses the new program as an error code, so it's going to constantly try to correct itself, and you don't want that to happen. And that happens, again, when you stop doing the work. When you say, oh, I'm going to just let up and, take it easy on myself. Yeah, of course, take it easy, but take it easy is more like, oh, let me go out in nature and, just observe and relax. Let me not go on my phone for this half an hour, this half of 5 hours a day. Let me not go on my phone. Let me actually go out in nature. So the reprogramming never really stops, even when you're resting, because when you're resting, you want to change the way you rest, and the way you rest should be going out in nature, because nature also helps reprogram the mind and enter back into peace in a neutral state. So you always want to be doing the work. You don't want that gate to open, because the moment that gate opens, the subconscious mind will attack. It will bring in that negative situation. It will bring in that thing to bring down your energy. It will bring in that person who wants you to self-sabotage yourself. It will, just make you feel like crap, So don't let that gate open. Be conscious of that gate. Understand that gate. Be uncomfortable. Sit with that uncomfortable feeling and understand it instead of trying to judge it, because that's another way the subconscious mind tries to bring you back and wants you to judge everything as good or bad. The experience is neither good or bad, because the experience is just teaching you. That's all it's doing. The experience is showing you new ways of learning. It's showing you new ways of living. So don't get caught up in the judgmental mind, because that will also bring you back into the old way of thinking. Judging emotions will get you back into the old way of thinking. Judging your emotions is the number one thing I feel is that keeps the old subconscious mind in action. Is when you start judging emotions, when you start judging other people, when you start trying to decipher what's good or bad, when you start decipher even what's the old me and the new me, understand that it's all one. Understand that it's all one emotion. As you're pushing out the old you, you're putting in the new you every single day, every single moment of your life. Because once you start, you can't stop. It'll be more painful to stop than to just keep going. So keep going, because you don't want to get hurt. And the subconscious mind might even come back even harder to keep you stuck down in that state if you just say, oh, I'm just going to be stuck in this old me state. Don't take that for an answer. Just keep moving. Keep going forward. See, if I was stuck in my own subconscious mind trying to, sorry if you can't see my face, I'm trying to stay in the sunlight, but if I were to continuously stay in my subconscious mind, I would never be trying to make these videos. I would have stopped the video because the lighting's bad. I would have stopped the video because I wouldn't know what to talk about, instead of trying to flow with the new me, instead of saying, all right, this old me is not going to conquer my life anymore. I'm going to implement, and I am implementing, and I am the new me, and I am the ideal self. I am my ideal self. I am doing everything I envision. I am, tapping into high frequency, reality shattering psychic abilities. I am doing that. I'm not going to let the old me drag me down. I'm not going to let this third dimensional world that's not even real keep me in a certain state of, doubt and hating myself and not moving and being insecure about how I look. You gotta let that all fly out the window. If I was concerned about how I looked all the time, I wouldn't be making this video. You know what I'm saying? I had to get rid of those insecurities. So learn how to dish away those insecurities. Understand that it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is your mental state. You could change anything about yourself with your mind. The more advanced you get, the more, capabilities you bring into your life. This is why I'm attracting so much information. This is why I'm tapping into so many wild reality shattering abilities, reality questioning abilities. I'm tapping into real reality shattering and reality questioning abilities, real supernatural abilities in my life, because that's what I understand about reality. I understand that reality isn't limited, and when you focus on one version of yourself, you limit yourself to that version. So move towards limitlessness, move towards uncomfortability, move towards the unknown, because this is how you become the version of yourself that you truly desire. You see, I'm out here in nature, I've been out in nature, surrounded by nature spots my whole life, you know what I'm saying? But it got more intensive when I started, consciously, embracing that. I made it a part of my consciousness. I made it a part of who I am. Now, everywhere I go, there's a nature spot for me to just disappear and rest at, because I put it in my subconscious mind. The old me would have been stuck in the concrete jungle. When you start changing your subconscious mind, your environment changes, your body changes, your thoughts change, the way you talk change, the way you think changes, your style changes, the attitude changes. But it's all due time. Don't think that this is just gonna happen overnight. You gotta continuously implement these new programs. You gotta continuously do the work, meditate, affirmations, go outside in nature to relax, craft, work on your vision 8 hours a day. Why work on somebody else's job, trying to get somebody else rich 8 hours a day? Work on your craft 8 hours a day. Work on your skill 8 hours a day and see what happens. You could do that every day. You'll even double your pay. You just got to be patient. You just got to be ready to implement that new programming. Meditate. Listen to those frequencies 8 hours a day, if that's what you need to do. If that's where your mind is at, take 2 days off. 40 days. Do your 40 days. But do what you want. Don't do what somebody else wants you to do. Do what you see yourself doing. Always implement the new version of yourself. You're willing to get up for somebody else 8 hours a day, but not yourself, not for the new you, not for the new life you want to live. That's crazy. I'd rather do it. Shoot, while you're not doing it, I'm doing it. So I really don't care. I'm just here to let you know what's working out for me. And the more I do it, I'm telling you now, the more I create new ideas, the more I take more action, the more things happen to my person, the more things happen to my mind, the more abilities I'm capable of. The easier it is to tap in with higher dimensional beings and astral travel and shift reality. It's getting to a point where I'm shifting literal 3D reality. I'm literally shifting literal 3D reality. But to get to these stages and that reality shattering point, you have to put in the work. You have to take your time, because if you take that all at once, I'm telling you, a lot of people have been hospitalized, and this is real talk, and I'm surprised I haven't been. So, yet. So, take your time, understand the new you, be the new you, love the new you, implement the new you, embody the new you. Go out in nature so nature could tell you who you truly are, because if I'm being so honest with you, that you that you are trying to become is already you. Not new or old, not good or bad.